Yo, what's going on everyone? District here, and today I'm going to be playing Apex Legends on mouse and keyboard because as you might remember, Apex recently removed tap strafing on a controller, which means that the one thing that I love doing the most is no longer possible for me. And if you guys have been paying attention, whether it's on the TikToks or on the YouTube live streams, we've slowly been transitioning from controller over to mouse and keyboard because I do honestly want to learn how to play this superior input. A lot of people say that mouse and keyboard is significantly harder to learn, and that is definitely the case. Picking up a controller, learning how to hit, jump, crouch, strafe, and shoot your gun is definitely significantly easier compared to mouse and keyboard, where you have to use your fingers to do all these different kinds of crazy inputs. But at the same time, I do also believe that mouse and keyboard is also significantly easier in a whole bunch of different ways. Primarily significantly easier when it comes to recoil control, and when it starts getting into advanced movement mechanics. Once you kind of learn the basic ins and outs of mouse and keyboard, it becomes so much easier. Now, in my recent videos when I was aim training on mouse and keyboard in R5 Reloaded, and in my recent live streams when I was playing on mouse and keyboard, something that you guys in the chat ended up pointing out was that my settings were completely scuffed, which is why I have been finding it so incredibly hard to actually learn how to aim. Apparently 2000 DPI is too high. I had no idea. I've recently just switched my DPI down to 400, which for most people is the standard. Wait, 400? 800. I recently switched my DPI to 800, which for most people is the standard, and I've been slowly playing and adjusting my settings based off of what you guys have been suggesting to me. Now, with that being said, let's go hop in, warm up inside of the R5 Reloaded aim trainer, and then we're gonna go rock some pubs and see what we can get going. If you guys do enjoy content like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We got tons of it on the way, and if you guys haven't already, go check out those aiming guides because it is gonna help you significantly if you're trying to get better at Apex Legends. Let's get into it. First things first, I'm gonna actually do a little bit of target switching warm up. Now, something like right away that I kind of noticed is that with that lower DPI and it not being so incredibly twitchy, it is just significantly easier to stay on target and not overextend accidentally. Now right there, that wasn't exactly the best example. It is definitely a little bit easier when you play on a lower DPI compared to a high DPI, because the higher DPI, whoa, what the heck, you just went in the ground. A higher DPI actually senses all those little micro movements that you make with your mouse. And a lot of people kind of think that your sensitivity is what's super important in Apex, but in reality, what's the most important thing that you're going to be wanting to fix is, if you're on mouse and keyboard, your DPI. And then as well, if you're on controller, you're going to want to be adjusting your response curve. Or actually, you know what a lot of people don't even know, actually, I'll kind of teach you guys something real quick. When you aim down your sight and you let go, you see how your crosshair expands a little bit like that, so it tightens up and then it expands and then tightens up and it expands. When you're shooting here, you actually want to try to ADS for good accuracy, and then as you let go, it's going to give you a movement speed boost because you're not aiming down sight and strafing nice and slow, and then as well, it's going to keep your shot nice and tight. This is way easier on mouse and keyboard than it is on controller for some reason. I don't really know why, but it just feels way smoother. Let's go hop into some 1v1s here. Now, something like when you're 1v1ing, whether it's in a 1v1 kind of like this, or whether it's even in a team fight, is you always want to make sure that you're the one trying to swing the other person. Whenever you're the one swinging, you're typically going to be the one who's creating the advantage. See, he's playing nice and like slow and passive. He's making it really easy to kind of walk all over him and do whatever I want. Always be the one who's trying to swing on the other person and not so much be the one getting swung. The movement on mouse and keyboard is definitely super difficult. Just kind of getting comfortable with the whole letting go of W. That's the hardest part for me, is letting go of the W key whenever I'm running forward, slide jumping, or doing whatever. Now, as you can see, having high ping with choppy gameplay can definitely add to the struggle when playing FPS games, which is why as soon as I finish up these 1v1s on R5 Reloaded, I'm going to be logging into my LagoFast and turning on my connection optimizer. Believe it or not, this actually makes a massive difference for me because oftentimes my connection over here isn't stable and it's bouncing all over the place, which causes things like extra lag and a lot of needless delay. LagoFast is super helpful and does a really good job for my crappy internet to reduce its latency by sending my connection through dedicated channels to reach the Apex servers more effectively. This is actually a clip from last season before I started using LagoFast, so if your connection is frequently all over the place, LagoFast could be a huge solution to solve that. Oh, and if you're on a console, don't worry, because they also have special modems that will support your entire home over Wi-Fi and a wired connection. I'm going to make sure to leave a link in the description down below so that you guys can try out LagoFast, because I know for a fact it's going to help tons of people who have the same issues just like me. All right, let's leave here. Let's go hop in some games. Let's go see what we can do. One of the the most important things that you're doing when you're playing Apex, or honestly any other FPS game, if you're playing at a competitive level, or if you're just trying in general to get better as a player, super important that you are practicing being the one who is engaging the other person. Because as you might have noticed, when I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for something to happen and then that person swings me, it is so hard to react to it. If you're the one who's actually doing something, it is way easier being that person, because one, you know that you're going to be the one who's going to do it at that particular time, and you also know how it's going to happen. You know if you're gonna wall jump, slide jump, you know if you're going to tap strafe out, you know what exactly is gonna, be going down. So keep that in mind. It's always easier to swing than it is to get swung. For some reason, my game is just hella quiet. Like, I can't really hear shit. Audio, yeah, dude, like all my sound, my headset was really low. Now, as you guys may be able to tell, we are playing with the pink gaming chair, and our background is a little bit different. We are actually currently in Kentucky. I'm living right now with my girlfriend. We have a long distance relationship. I'm in Canada, she's in the US. This is actually the last couple days of the entire month that I've been spending here in the United States, and very, very soon I'm gonna be flying back to Canada for a little bit, for probably about a month, maybe 2 months, and then I'm gonna be coming back down to Kentucky. We're trying to save up and buy a house really soon, so that's exciting. But yeah, if you guys are wondering, hey, where's the don't quit sign? Why do you have a massive terrarium behind you with a spotted gecko inside? That is why. We're currently here in Kentucky living with the girlfriend. Also, dude, looting on mouse and keyboard, way smoother. Anyone who says otherwise, you're tripping. You're smoking dicks. And it's definitely a little bit of a learning curve, because you can't like really move easily when you're trying to pick up that one particular thing, because your left hand is what's like interacting and grabbing all that stuff. I'm gonna start looking immediately for them. Remember, it's better for you to be looking at people than for people to be looking at you. I think my sense is actually just a little too slow. Quickly adjust that, just go 0.6. The closer you get to people, the easier it is to like force them to take damage. So if I just back off here and I'm looking for them to step in the open, dude, I can't even see this guy. He's a fucking bush. Dude, oh my god, that skin, I cannot see him. Could you guys see him right there? Oh, hi, babe.
Are you streaming?
I'm recording. Want to say hi to the future video?
Hi.
Also, another big reason why I kind of chose to switch from playing on controller to mouse and keyboard, not only did they like remove tap strafing, which is honestly one of the most funnest things in the game, also simply because I have arthritis at 23, hence, my current in-game name, 23 with arthritis. It runs in my family, and mine is really bad. I actually can't really even play on a controller for longer than like 20-30 minutes before my hands are in like just absolute excruciating pain. Make sure I want to swing him before he swings me. A lot of people, they always comment, hey, I don't know what posturing means. What do you mean when you say you want to be posturing on people? You just want to make sure that you're kind of like working your way up on them and you're putting yourself into a position. It kind of, posturing in my use of it kind of just means you're positioning yourself. And I'm also I'm also personally going to be playing just a little bit more passive than I normally would on controller, just because I'm not as comfortable moving around on M&K. This is kind of why I love personally playing Movement Legends, whether it's Pathfinder, Octane, Rev, Horizon, Ash. Ash is also a really good movement legend when it comes down to the ultimate, purely because when you get in that damage, you can quickly choose to go from a poking fight at a distance to an up-close, forceful fight by using those abilities and closing those gaps really quickly and effectively. I think there is someone right over here, so I'm going to try and put myself into a position that can see what is happening. Oh, shit. My teammate's going to get killed because I messed up my grapple. My teammate's like, you ran? You ran? I didn't necessarily even try to run. I just tried to get an angle and then I messed it up. So my bad, bro. My bad that you felt like you needed to quit because you instantly died and you don't know how to play the game. Now, when it comes to playing pubs, I don't really kind of have like a way that I like to go about playing it, other than just run to the middle, find where all the audio is coming from, and then just run to where I hear people giving me audio cues, whether that's gunshots, respawns, grenades, care packages being called in, whatever it might be. So I'm gonna make sure I'm putting myself into a spot that sees what's happening. No, bro. So close, man. I'm having such a hard time keeping track of where my mouse is. But I have, oh, dude, I had him on literal one shot. No, a lot of people, they choose that whenever they put themselves into a gunfight, they typically like to stay there and fight non-stop. It's super important as well, whenever you are taking those gunfights, as you're putting in damage, you're taking a second to back off, get your shit back together, and make another play. As well, if getting one-on-one classes isn't quite your jam, or maybe it's a little bit too expensive for you, we also do group classes every single Thursday night, starting at $7.50 a month. And that $7.50 a month gets you 4 hours total of class. It's such tiny hands, man. I can't hit these keys. My movement, dude, is not up to par with what it is on controller. Something I just really don't like about mouse and keyboard is just how you do have so many keys for so many different inputs. But yeah, like when you're playing on controller, like all of the keys or all the buttons are basically done with your thumb. So it's all you need to remember is just where those buttons are, and then your thumb does everything. Or if you're playing with back paddles, like how I usually play on a controller, it's super easy to just do everything with four fingers. I can't even speak right now, dude. I'm like tripping balls right now. Mouse and keyboard though, you need to use all 5 fingers of all of your hands. If for someone like me, like a Canadian who has more than 2 hands, dude, it is really hard. I need to make sure that I'm quickly getting to cover. They're trying to swing out. Get myself into a spot that's easy to peek from but hard to push. Dude, I'm fucking dead here. Dude, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh god. Mouse and keyboard, man, the movement is just wonky jonky with a twist. He's hearing audio, but none of it is guided towards him, so he should just be looking to be putting that audio right in front of him, just be getting in some shots, and if he's getting in some damage, he can use that damage being put in, make those players look away, and with them looking away, he can run up for free, he can push back for free, he can do whatever he wants basically for free. They're gonna step out into the open. I'm gonna use that to shoot them here. It's like right over here. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm looking at him, not letting him look at me. Okay, what the heck? Now that we're kind of all reset, oh, huge, dude, gold mag. Oh, they're coming towards us. That's all good, dude. If they want to come towards us, please, by all means. We gotta cross through the open to do something about this. Okay, a guy playing that window right there. Gonna engage. I'm gonna hit all my shots. Totally. Oh. Okay, there we go. Swing, don't get swung. And those motherfuckers got fucking swung. A lot of people don't know about this move. When you're taking this gravity cannon right here, oh, I love this one. You slide right off the side. Boop. They're inside. Dude. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. I'm so stupid. I'm literally so bad. I started freaking out right there by accident, man. Back off. Take a breath and just come back. I don't know why that was so hard. There's 2 teams in here, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm looking at them and not letting them look over here at me. Where's his buddy, right? Like, there's a guy that should be right underneath him. Let's see if I can get a grenade right in there. Peek that. I dare you to peek that. I will literally fry you. You're gonna let me heal in the open for free? Dude, I am literally the worst Pathfinder known to mankind. I need my teammate to fucking do something. Teammate, bro, shoot your gun, Camellia. You're playing Apex Legends, not Spectator Legends. Run that back. I only climbed there because I'm like, okay, Camellia is just watching. She's obviously gonna see something here happen. Last one. Let's get this game in. Holy shit. Dude, what the heck? I'm fucked. Does he leave or does he stay? 'Tis the question. Ah, GG, dude.
Mouse and keyboard is very difficult, as you can see. Learning the input is probably just the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Having to like just bend my fingers in each and every single direction is definitely tough, I'm not gonna lie. Having really small hands makes it significantly harder. Now, something that I kind of took away from today's little gaming session on mouse and keyboard is that we really need to work on our movement. So something that I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of days now is really honing in and focusing on getting comfortable strafing, crouching, and just tap strafing around, making sure that I can start getting that movement down pat, because that is probably one of the most consistent things that I'm noticing I'm not consistent with. So we're really going to be focusing on getting that straightened out. Another thing too is practicing up close tracking. That is really difficult. The recoil control, I feel like we got down pat pretty well. Recoil control on mouse and keyboard is super easy. I think anyone can hop on mouse and key and just have easy recoil control. It's literally just pull down and you're done. Controller recoil control is way harder for sure. So we're not going to be focusing on recoil. We're going to be focusing on movement, getting consistent with it, making sure that we can properly control where our body's going to go. And then as well, we also really need to practice up close tracking. So stay tuned, because we are going to be the next best thing when it comes to that, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We will see you guys in our next mouse and keyboard video journey thingamabobber. And remember guys, don't quit, because it only gets easier from here. Later.